Hey, Happy New Year, and welcome back to the Central PA Pour. Look off to my left, your right as you're sitting there. Mr. Kevin is back in the house after the holidays.
Cheers.
And off to my right, your left as you're watching it, Mr. Dave.
I do.
And I am Brett. Hey, man, we have a real good guest in here today, but how was the holidays?
Oh, not too bad. Pretty good.
Hey, thank you for the Christmas gift you brought over.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Thank you for the Christmas gift that I had fun with.
Yeah, we already tapped Kevin's that I gave him, right?
Kevin's. Actually, I didn't tap mine.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm waiting for an occasion.
Did you get what you wanted for Christmas?
I did.
Did you?
I got it today.
Oh. Got a little kitty, I heard.
I got a little cat, yeah.
All right.
So,
adopted one.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, that's good.
Yep, got that. Set of cornhole boards and all kinds of normal stuff.
That's good. That's good. How about you, Dave? Did you get that Nikon camera yet?
No, I didn't get that Nikon yet. I probably will still be waiting on that Nikon. I was told that I would be waiting on that Nikon if I still want it. She said I'd rather buy a car.
There you go.
But
Alpha Maria?
Yeah, I'd like to have one of those. I did get a nice docking station for my HP laptop. And that's what I was kind of like looking forward to. So that was
there we go. There we go.
Cool.
So we are into the new year, 2025. Let us know what your New Year's resolutions are. Give us a like, comment right here underneath it. Let us know what your resolutions are. I make a resolution not to make a resolution, so I don't break it. So that's my New Year's resolution every year.
We should have looked back to see if Dave and I followed ours. I can't remember.
That's why I don't do it. That's why I don't do it.
I probably did, but I don't remember what it was.
So make sure you give us a like and subscribe wherever you get your podcast, social media, YouTube, at Central PA Pour, and we are also on the Hopped Up Network.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very happy to be part of the Hopped Up Network along with the numerous other beer podcasts. The Hop Up Network is an ever-growing group of independent beer podcasts that are dedicated to providing insight into the local craft beer communities. Looking for the Hopped Up Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or go to hoppedupnetwork.com and start listening today.
All right, man. So check us out on the Hopped Up Network, wherever you get your social media, your audio podcast, and make sure you give us a like and subscribe right here on YouTube. You can also check out our merch store. We have some merchandise out there. I'm wearing my sweatshirt, and we're all drinking from our glasses.
Cheers.
So cheers. Happy New Year, everybody.
Cheers.
So we do have a special guest in here. We met this gentleman beginning of last year at a brew festival. So welcome to the Central PA Pour, Mr. Kevin Raubenstine. Did I say it right?
Raubenstine.
All right. So who's Kevin Raubenstine?
I am a local musician, solo acoustic guy who I've been playing music for a long time, and I just love to play at breweries and restaurants and play my music for people and just make people happy when they're out and about. So that's
cool.
That's me.
Well, you and Dave are going to get along just fine because he is an ex-musician as well.
Oh, awesome.
That's true.
We met you at the Winter Brew Fest down at the Double Barrel in February of 24.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Correct.
Hoping they have that event. It was a great event.
Yes, it was.
The electronic bull was down there. We had some great guests on there. It was a packed house. It was a couple hundred people in there.
Yeah, that was a great time.
Sold out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a great time. It was a great venue for it. The Double Barrel, they really spread it out nicely. It was really well done, for sure.
So hopefully they have that again. So you like to do the local scene? What are some of the bars in the local scene have you done?
Telus 360, I've done in Lancaster. Here in York, I've played at Holy Hound before. I've played at Eagle's Nest. And that place is a great venue to play at. Also out in central Pennsylvania, just a couple other places are, trying to think here, blanking.
What'd you do over the holidays? Did you have any holiday gigs that you had to do?
No, actually, I took some time off for the holidays just to spend more time with my family. So I didn't do as much gigging the last couple of weekends. I did play at Loxie's in Lancaster about 2 weeks ago. That's a good place to play too.
Okay.
That's a really nice scene. Even in the colder months, they do a nice job of sort of insulating it and everything. Good crowd there. I always like playing at Loxie's. That's always a fun place to play. So
How did you get into music? Is this something you had just a passion for?
Yeah, you know what? I've been doing that since grade school. I was actually a drummer first. I played basic snare drum when I was in grade school. Moved up to full drum kit, and I was enjoying it. I was in a band playing drums through high school, and then at some point I picked up the guitar towards the tail end of high school, and I just I just kind of took off with it. You know, I loved the guitar, made the full transfer, and just figured out that I could sing along the way, and here I am. So
I can sing too, just as long as it's in the fucking shower and nobody can hear it.
What's that old joke? Solo, we don't hear you.
Yeah, solo. Yeah, that's solo. You can't hear me. Just like I got the face for radio. So,
yeah.
Well, anyways, Kevin, Happy New Year. You're drinking our Jiminy Bean.
I am very
stout,
good.
So Happy New Year, and nice
New Year.
to have you here. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
So, while you sit there with the guitar,
Yeah.
why don't you play us a little bit?
Sure. I'll play. I do all covers, no originals, but here's one of my favorite covers to play. This is by Eagles. It's called "Take It Easy."
Oh, take it easy.
Well, I've been running down the road, try to loosen my load. Got 7 women on my mind. 4 that wanna roll me, 2 that wanna stone me. 1, she's a friend of mine. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Light it up while you still can. Don't even try to understand. Pick a place and take your stand. Take it easy. Or I've been standing on the corner of Windsor, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, and that flatbed Ford staring down. Take a look at me. Come on, baby. Don't say maybe. I gotta know if your sweet love gonna save me.
I just want to sing along.
They may lose and we may land, but we never be here again. So up and up I'm driving. Take it easy.
Awesome, man. All right. I tell you.
Thank you.
That was good.
That's good. I just wanted to sit there and sing along. I didn't want to fuck it up, though, for him.
Go for it. That's what it's all about. It's people sing along is the best. You feed off that energy. It's my best gigs are the ones where people are into it. Like Union Station in Columbia, they that crowd can get into it, and they're a lot of fun. So that's.
I'll agree with you there. I was a disc jockey for over 15 years. And if the crowd's just sitting there, you're like a human jukebox. It's boring.
Yeah.
You want that energy.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, you could probably vouch for that as a band. The crowd,
Yeah.
the more energetic, the more you want to play.
Yeah. If they're into it, it's a lot more interesting to play than if you're just standing there and everybody is just watching you like it's a concert, you know.
Yeah.
But if they get into it, the bands that I ever played into were cover bands,
Right.
and a lot of the bands and a lot of the stuff that we did was for people to dance to, and we did a lot of other stuff. We did some Emerson, Lake and Palmer, which you can't dance to, but we enjoyed doing that, and then people would just listen to us at times.
That's awesome.
Have you ever played in a venue where? Have you ever seen the Blues Brothers?
Oh, yeah. Love that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Did you see the one
Actually, it was
concert?
just on the day.
Was it really? The concert they played where they were in the cage.
No, I can't say I have.
Oh yeah, when they're throwing bottles
They're
at
throwing
they
bottles.
went into the redneck place.
Yeah, the redneck place.
Okay.
I've been there.
Now, Dave, what did you play?
Well, in the in the rock bands, I played bass,
Okay.
and then I had another band I played in. I played trumpet. That was
Oh, cool.
that was my main instrument that I played through junior high school and high school and in college.
Cool.
And
He was in band camp.
Yeah. So was I. I was a trombone player.
he was a trombone player.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Well, he knew what band camp was about.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely. I remember those days.
I remember the days when they used to wake us up at 2:00 in the morning and make us go out and then recite the halftime show and then put us back to bed. And then an hour later, they would come in to do the same damn thing.
Wow.
Yeah, this one was brutal.
Brett, have you ever heard Dave play at all?
Not at all.
No, me neither.
I mean, it's been all talk for
Yeah.
12, 13 years now.
Well, here's my philosophy. I'm gonna play for someone that appreciates me and appreciates music, and it's not tone deaf. So you guys,
Huh?
I'm sort
What?
of like.
I think it's great, Kevin. What you're doing. You're following a passion. Now, this isn't your full time job.
No.
Okay.
This is just a side hustle, side gig type of thing. It's purely, for enjoyment. I mean, I've been in bands previously, but I'm doing the solo acoustic thing for just because I enjoy it. It's something to do. My family likes to come out. My kids will come out. My 4-year-old son will enjoy it. He'll come out to like Loxies and just like sit there and enjoy it or walk
That's
around
awesome.
with the music.
That's awesome.
It's just it's a great thing.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's kind of like us. This is a side hustle gig, but it's a not for profit gig. Sure. we ain't making any money at it. So the beer thing, you enjoy beer, from what I'm assuming.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you did bring one with you.
I did.
So this is what, from Cape May.
Correct.
This is the Cape May IPA. So this is some of your favorite.
Yes, this is that brewery, the Cape May's brewery is probably one of my favorite breweries. They just seem to turn out great product. Cape May itself, it's where I grew up when growing up as a kid, I went there for vacations every year. Every summer we would go down there, my family. And then I proposed to my wife down there at the lighthouse, the Cape May Lighthouse, and we got married in Cape May as well. So yeah, Cape May's got a lot of special memories for me and my family. And they also happen to have a great brewery. Like their beers are just really good, really good. And just like so, this is their flagship beer here, Cape May IPA. This is like their #1 seller, the one that that's their big product here.
So it almost looks like it's a hazy, like a New England style, or what they're calling the new hazies. So cheers to the Cape May IPA.
Was this supposed to be full of that?
No, you're supposed to open up a can.
Supposed to open up your own can and then do it. Okay, you guys never informed me. I'm sorry. I thought you were being generous and doing it for us.
I was just getting a pour video for it, but
Oh,
yeah,
there you go. Yeah, I like
Show the
that.
can.
we.
Appreciate that.
So cheers.
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 Got a nice smell to it.
You know what? That's got a little bit tropical notes to it. It's not overbearing.
Wow, that's good. You like it, Dave?
It's okay.
He's an IPA guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, that's really good. It's not overly hoppy.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. It's got enough hops where it's good flavor, but it's not like Hop Devil.
I'm getting some sensations of tropical notes, citrus, some other tropic notes. I can't place the flavors. It's a little bitter on the back end and dry, which is what an IPA is supposed to be.
Mhm.
But overall, I think that's a pretty good IPA.
Yeah.
Floral citrus notes.
This is kind of an old weather beer. I mean, you could enjoy this in the summertime, but right now it's certainly acceptable too. Like
It tastes wonderful.
yeah.
Well, we've had that discussion before. I know they talk like the stout season is over the winter, the porters, the darker beers for the winter. Shit. Beer's beer.
Yeah.
I don't care when I drink it.
Well, everybody's palate's different, so you might, like for us, Dave and I, we're not big IPA guys. We drink it, but to have a stout or like Brett said, to have something available when you want it, it's nice.
It's not the first thing I'm going to reach for, but I'm going to the refrigerator. But I don't mind drinking a few IPA. I used to be to the point I didn't like to even taste them. I didn't, but Like Brett always likes to say, our palates have improved.
They've changed.
Sure.
Because I wouldn't have drank any IPAs when we started this journey, but my palate's changed now. I drink it all. A few beers that aren't, and everybody's palate's different. A few beers that I didn't like, they liked. Same thing with some of our guests. There were some beers they didn't like that we may have enjoyed. So that's what's great about this whole beer and craft beer thing. There's so many different varieties out there that you can walk into a craft brewer house and find something you enjoy. And I think the atmosphere is great where they can have live music. It's family friendly where you can bring your kids, unlike back in the day when we grew up. You couldn't bring your kids to the bar.
Right.
You didn't want to bring your kids to the bar.
No.
not to some of the places.
Yeah.
So I think that whole aspect has changed as far as bringing the whole family, making it friendly for everybody, have entertainment for everybody, a product available, and food available.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I think that's where the thrive is coming from.
Yeah, the game has really stepped up. You think about the breweries that have really improved their food game, like the quality of food level at some of these breweries now is just incredible.
It's insane. You might spend a little more.
Yeah.
Of course, now if you compare it to the fast food line, you're not spending any more there. I mean, it's about the same price.
Right.
You're not getting out of there for two people to go into a quality area establishment, whether it's a brewery or distillery. You get a dinner, a few drinks, you're walking out of there with $60, $70 bill. I don't mind paying.
Ours was $200 last week at Wolf's.
I guess I have to go out of you guys if you're paying.
We didn't say we were paying.
Oh,
We just said it's going to walk out with a couple. It's going to be about 60. We went to Hidden Stills the other week.
Yeah.
Great place. It's the second time I've been there, and I'll go back again. And the bill was $70. I mean, I had a walleye toasted cheese sandwich, which was, oh God, to die for. We went back up because my wife wanted the ahi tuna nachos, and they're delicious. So that's the food has, because they're not just putting out product. They have like executive chefs or people that are culinary experts. Dave's son-in-law, right? Or nephew is a culinary expert. And he's kind of the one that started us with this idea of a food pairing. And I think what we're going to try and get done is go to these establishments that we've maybe recorded with already and now bring their atmosphere in with their food and their products. So if somebody goes out to their place, they say, hey, I'm going to order that walleye toasted cheese, but I want that beer or that bourbon or rum because they said it paired well with it. I think it's great.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
What are your goals? How busy do you want to be versus?
You know, I was in a band for a while, and that was really busy because things were going really well for us, and I had to step away from that band because it was so busy. What's nice about doing solo is I can kind of set my own pace.
Right.
As far as goals, like I'm looking for maybe 3 gigs a month, maybe 4 if the opportunity's really good. You know, like I've got 2 young kids, so my
family first.
Yeah, correct. So this is a side gig, and that, you know, you're talking about nights. You're coming home at like maybe 11, 12 o'clock at night, and they're both young, so sleep is a premium right now. Right. So what's nice about it is I can set my own goals, and I can do maybe 3 gigs a month, and then from there maybe do some opening gigs where I open for some acts in the local area as just an opener. That would be cool. I've done that already. I opened up for a U2 tribute band at Double Barrel about a month or 2 ago. More stuff like that is more or less my goals. Maybe some unique gigs, like maybe something out towards the beach area. Go back to Cape May and play somewhere.
I was getting ready to say.
I'd love to do that. Like that would be a great goal for me.
So you need to hit the Cape May Brewery up and say, hey, this is my favorite brewery. I'd love to play for you guys.
Yeah.
Like pro bono, you just supply me with beer.
Do you do any weddings or anything like that, or?
I'd be open to that for sure. Yeah, if the situation's right, absolutely. Yeah, I'm always open to stuff like that. It would just depend on the scheduling for sure. But yeah, nice. Absolutely.
I think it's you can vouch for some of what he's saying. How busy it can be.
Yeah, it was some of the gigs we were doing were just, you know, the part that the procedures and the piece of it that kind of like pushed me off of it was this. We were backing up a lounge singer at one time. We actually were we did covers, but then we had a lounge singer that actually hired us to back her up, and we were doing that. Plus, we were doing the covers, and then she booked a cruise, and that was
Straw that broke the camel's back.
Well, that was the part that we couldn't do it. It's just the drummer.
You didn't want to go on a cruise for 7 days?
No, it wasn't 7 days. They booked their entertainment out by the month, and you have to you have to go from ship to ship to wherever they want to put you.
Yep.
And a little harder as a band rather than a solo artist, where you just coming in with a guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're walking in with just your axe.
Yeah.
Your axe.
No, yeah.
I don't know if you know what that means. Your axe is your instrument.
Wait, your axe to grind? That I've heard.
Okay. But we ended up I ended up in the singer. We had our singer, not the lounge singer. It's complicated, but anyway, we just ended up parting ways and just doing the axe. And I didn't even want to do that because you're saying getting home at 12 o'clock. That would have been great. We played nightclubs and bars and all those places, and we quit at 2.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
And they were long nights. Especially I had a regular full-time job. Besides that, so getting up at 6 in the morning, I'm gonna.
That's exactly my experience with the band that I was in. We were doing you're getting done at 12, 1 o'clock.
Right.
They were talking about playing at casinos, which would stop at 2. So you're talking about you're not getting home till 3 o'clock in the morning. And again, little kids, they're up at 6, regardless of when you pull in. So
been there, done that as a DJ. You work 40 plus hours a week. You come home on a Friday night. You got a quick shower, grab a bite to eat, go to the gig, get home 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Get up Saturday, do it all over again. If you had a wedding, like I was a DJ, so I had weddings, and I don't miss it. I miss the people more than I miss the job because it became a job, and I said I'll do this until it becomes a job, and it became a job.
Wow, cannot agree more. Yep.
And I see the passion, and you love doing what you're doing.
I do.
Yeah, that's clear, evident.
Yeah, it's just it's like this part of me that I really genuinely just love to do and I like about myself is like be able to be music. Like I feel like it's like a strange superpower in a way that I get to do that. Like it's something that I have for myself and that I get to share with others and I bring joy to others, which is fantastic.
I've often felt that, being a singer, like just take some of the A-list singers, the mainstream. That's got to be the biggest rush, getting in front of thousands of people and playing what your music for people that totally enjoy it.
Yes.
Now, some of the stuff that's out there's fucking garbage, especially what my kids listen to.
Yeah.
I was just listening to something on Phil Collins, and
he can't play anymore, from what my wife was saying.
Yeah, I heard that.
His favorite memory was someplace in England where all he had to do was like the first 2 chords, and he never sung a note the entire night. He just the audience just sang everything.
Oh, you know who I thought you
didn't he bring his daughter?
Not Phil Collins. Billy Joel said this.
Yes,
Billy Joel said
correct.
the same thing.
You're correct. My mistake. Yep.
Yeah, Billy Joel. That was a great interview, wasn't it?
Yes,
that was a great interview.
How did I get Phil Collins out of that? But anyways,
Well, he's having problems too.
Yeah,
Phil Collins can't play anymore.
Yeah.
Well, age catches up to everybody.
Yeah. What is your favorite genre or type? What do you like? What do you like to sing?
I probably like alternative, classic rock stuff, like similar to Eagles that I just played. I like a lot of 80s and 90s stuff. 90s stuff I grew up with, so I like that. I was in a 90s band. That band was a 90s band, so like that was right in my wheelhouse. Like that kind of like classic rock, guitar-driven stuff is really what I really like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear another one?
Sure, if he's willing to.
Absolutely.
If he's willing to play it.
I don't think we have to twist his arm too.
Okay.
or I don't think we have to twist his guitar string too much. So, all right, Kevin, take it away.
Sweet. Here's a classic. This is Brown Eyed Girl.
Sing it, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard not to sing.
Whatever happens, Tuesdays are so slow. Down in the long line with the Stitcher radio. Laughing and a running, hey, hey. Skipping and a jumping. In the misty morning fog, well, our hearts spinning around with you. My brown-eyed girl. You're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to say sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. You can sing along to this part. La-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
I don't want to ruin the song.
La 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 ti da la ti da.
Awesome.
Wow,
Awesome.
nice.
Well done.
That's great.
Thank you.
So you're saying you're doing all covers. Do you write anything any of your own music?
I don't. I used to when I was younger, but I just haven't done it. And that's more of a time management thing. I just don't have time to really sit down and write. Music writing takes a lot of time. And to be honest with you, I think people want to hear what they know. What they know.
They do.
They
And
do.
So for instance, we went to my wife's family's wedding in Charleston, and they had a live band.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be, I'll be honest, it's the first time I went to a wedding that had a live band to play the entire wedding
Wow, that's
reception.
impressive. That's impressive.
If they were good.
And I was skeptical, but from the time they started, I forget how many people were on that band, but it was a rotating cast.
I think
Okay.
I think they had 20.
It never stopped. And people were on that dance floor from the time they started till 3.5 hours later when they stopped.
Wow.
So that was fucking awesome. They were great. And I actually followed them on Facebook, and I forget the name.
The Atlanta Rhythm
I don't know, but I think I showed you some of the video, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, they were absolutely awesome. Now, I guarantee you they weren't cheap.
Yeah. No.
But they were, and I just admire musicians. Now, I noticed that's an acoustic.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the buttons on the side there? So you can tune.
It's an EQ.
That's acoustic guitars have EQs in them.
Yeah. So this one, it's got a tuner in it. And obviously it's got the electronic equipment to be able to plug in.
So
to
you
like a
can
PA.
plug that one in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of answers that question.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, I'm thinking of my dad's old guitar that he had that I couldn't play that was so out of tune. I actually loved to learn the banjo. I had a banjo one time.
Oh wow.
I played piano for over 13 years when I was younger. Don't ask me to play anything. The biggest problem I ever had with music is remembering. I wasn't a musician that I hear it and I can play it.
Mm-hmm.
I had to have the sheet music. Now, I could read it and I could play it. I couldn't remember the words. So there's no way I could be a singer. And I wouldn't be able to remember it just playing it. I would have to have it in front of me. So I'm not a musician. I'm more of a beer drinker and enjoy the music that's around me.
Well, to make you feel better, I sometimes mess up the words plenty of times. So it's just like I've been playing songs and I'm just like, oh, what was that one line? I miss it, whiff it big time.
You do the moment.
Yep, you definitely. It happens. It's just the nature of the beast. You have to have. I use an iPad I have on my stage just because there are a couple songs when I'm rotating newer ones where I'm just like I just haven't quite memorized it yet, or I gotta have the pad up to remember it or the set lists and stuff like that.
What was that? Casbah. There was a commercial a long time ago, and it just like we all did, singing along. We don't know the exact words, so we're inserting, and it was like
I think it was Rockin' the Casbah.
Yeah, but they were talking about rocking or something in the cat box.
Oh, jeez.
It was a commercial about it. Oh my God! When I heard it, I freaking lost it.
Brett, don't worry about. Don't let that concern you. Here's a piece of trivia for you.
Here we go. Dave's trivia's back.
Dave's
back.
Dave's got trivia, but I don't know how many of the Beatles or which of the Beatles? I should ask it that way.
Oh,
Which
now
of the
you're getting tougher.
which of the Beatles could not read or write music?
I'm going to guess Ringo.
That's who I was going to say, Ringo.
What's your thoughts?
I don't know their names, so
None of them.
None of them.
None of them.
Oh, wow.
He just went into the studio and did it.
Wow. That's
They did.
Yeah.
They couldn't write their music. So
You can look that up. Google.
all by ear. They must have figured it out at some point.
They figured that out. Well, it's kind of hard to say, but a lot of artists that can do that don't have to write it because today
True.
you just play it and a computer will write it for you.
AI.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have to
I
be
want to
AI.
write a song today
that literally works.
about drinking beer, riding my 4x4, and shooting my gun.
I think there was a song.
Hey, a country hit.
Oh, that's a fucking country hit.
Yep.
Oh,
I think there is a hit like that already.
Probably thousands of them. But we got another beer in front of us. And I'm getting a little thirsty. So this one is from our friends up at Back Porch Brewing. This is the Double Passion. This is 8%. So Double Passion from Back Porch Brewing. Cheers.
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 Nice and clear, too. That one. How do you think of that one, Kevin?
I like that one a lot. That's a good one.
It's good.
You don't want to drink a lot of them.
No.
No.
No. But that's very smooth. I like that.
It is smooth. That's very smooth. Now, along those lines, when you're at a venue that has alcohol,
Right.
do you drink when you play?
A little bit. Yeah.
Just a little.
pace myself because when you have a little too much, you get a little sloppy.
I had a rule when I was a disc jockey, whether it was in a bar or I was at a wedding. I'll drink one or two before.
Mm-hmm.
I would not drink during the performance.
Okay.
I would wait till I was done. I got that rule because when I started DJing, I saw other DJs that were just getting totally trashed
Yeah.
and making asses of themselves. I said,
Sure.
I will never be that person. And it's hard when you're at a place and people say, hey, play me this song and I'm going to buy you a beer.
Yeah.
Like, give me a token or I'll catch you afterwards. I just didn't do it.
Yeah.
Now, that was many years ago. I don't know if I could still say that.
Oh, you definitely could. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
may have to just say, okay, fuck it, give me a beer. What do you want to hear?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember one bar that they just kept bringing it. You-
What, is that the same place they were bringing it, but they were chucking it with the right hand?
no. That place, it's a distant memory, but I tell you, there's a couple. I remember the not chicken wire, the hurricane fence or whatever it was. It was in front of it, and I was like, I didn't want to play there, but we booked the gig, and the gig started at 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
It started at 2:00 in the morning. So we would book something from like 9 to 12 or 9 to 1 and then go over there and play. And this place was it was a club, and that's how they did it. And
Sure.
They just said, members only. But I remember that the one time we were playing, and I was looking down on the dance floor, and the bouncer was beating some guy over the head with a metal chair. I mean,
Been there, done that.
Just keep playing.
yeah, just keep playing.
Look at your bandmates like,
We're taking a break after this one.
Where would you start playing? Hit me with your best shot.
That's good.
Little Pat Benatar.
Yeah, a little Pat Benatar, yeah.
Kev, what's on the phone?
So,
Actually, I thought he was already dead.
Jimmy Carter just died.
Are you kidding me? Oh, come on.
100
Yeah,
years.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
100 plus.
wow.
100 years old.
Well, you just dated this podcast.
Well, we're not 100 yet.
Uh,
We're getting close.
1924 to, or 19.
1924.
Oh my God. Yeah, 1924 to 24.
Yeah.
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 100 years.
He, that I was just thinking about him because they were talking about all the
Peanuts.
yeah, that's it. Did you ever have the peanut butter liqueur? That's pretty good. But
Yeah.
anyway,
That was one of our first presidents, huh? What year?
No, George Washington was the first president.
For you.
Carter took over in 76. He beat Gerald Ford for re-election.
Right. But for us to remember, to
Yeah. Actually, we were just watching something on the My Generation stuff about the 60s and the 70s, and my wife's joking, like, you don't remember any of that, do you? I'm like, no, I was still in diapers. I was still hanging off a tit. 55 years later, I'm still hanging on a tit.
Anyways, let's get back on track.
Wow. What did this conversation go sideways? I mean, just...
Guess we should have forewarned him, man.
Yeah, maybe.
Love it.
I think he's as red as our tablecloth.
Love it.
So what's the worst place you've played in? And then what's the best venue? Have you played in any places that are chucking stuff behind and you're standing behind chicken wire so it doesn't hit you?
No, I'm not that bad, but I've played at places. I'm not going to name specific.
No, I don't want
Yeah.
the names.
No names.
One of the worst places I've played at, it just was one of those places where it was just dead, and there was just, when I mean dead, I mean like nobody there.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the
nobody-
worst. That's the worst.
Yeah, like
Did you get paid?
I still get paid.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, I did. But
But you feel bad.
I did a little bit because I
you're
tried.
like, is it me? Was it the entertainment or is it just the place?
What's weird is like the next week I had a really good gig, so I was like, okay, I can't, like, it was like, it's somewhat, you don't know, it's subjective, but I remember that place, like, just nobody was there. There was like maybe 2 people left, and like they wanted me to play through, and it was like, there's nobody here, like, I'll take half and go, or I'll take a quarter of it and go, but they weren't, but it was just the best place I've played at in some time is probably Telus 360. That place just that place is built for music. That was a great set I had, and that was like a couple weeks ago. And
Where's that at?
That's in Lancaster, downtown Lancaster. That was just a great energy. Everybody was into every song, the crowd.
And you'd
was
love
just,
them crowds. That's what
yeah.
you're feeding on.
Oh yeah, that was
And
just great energy.
How does it make you feel?
It makes you feel like $1 million, man. Like, it just makes you feel like you've got this super instrument that's like got this power or something like that when you're playing. And all my songs were just hitting it out of the park. Everybody was just into it. It was just one of those nights where everything just went right. And that doesn't happen all the time, but man, when it does, that's just like, that's the best.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I noticed. So when you're playing, you're saying you do all covers. Mm-hmm. Do you make it your style, or are you trying to emulate exactly how the artist made it sound? Or are you trying to make it your own cover?
I like to make it my own cover.
I've kind of noticed that's why I brought it up.
Yep.
You're bringing a little twist to it, kind of like a brewer
Yeah.
with a beer brings his own twist to that beer style.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
And I think that's awesome what you guys can do. Like I
Yeah.
said, I got no musical talent other than turning on the radio and putting my earbuds in. That's it. That's the musical talent that Brett has.
Yeah, that's where I'm at now.
Well, I don't know, Dave. I think you're all full of shit.
Well, what can I say? You're not the first one to bring that up. So what can I say?
So we're going to have a musical set with Dave
Right.
on the CPP.
Unfortunately,
I think that's a great
He's
idea.
been talking about his hands.
Get the bass out.
These don't.
Yeah, because the bass, all you got to do is ping it with a couple fingers,
Yeah,
right?
what was the one? What did you say? The trumpet or?
That's a kazoo. No, I played a trumpet. That actually was my
So you like blowing
my
wind?
nu-
You like blowing wind?
Louis
Yeah, that
Armstrong.
was it. That was my number one instrument. Yeah, it was trumpet, guitar, and bass. I actually played guitar in a couple of bands.
I can
Okay.
get you Grayson saxophone. Can you play the sax?
No, I can't.
He thinks he can.
Did you ever play with Louis Armstrong?
Wow, we're just digging it deep tonight, aren't we?
Man.
I like Louis Armstrong.
I like his music, but
Yeah,
he was,
he's sure. His
But
music's awesome.
he was before my time too. So
Bullshit.
just stop that.
Anyways,
So do you like sports? I see you like
Yeah.
Philadelphia sports.
Yeah,
So you're probably enjoying the football season right now.
I am. The Eagles just won the NFC East. So
Did they?
Yeah,
yep, that just happened like 20 minutes ago or something like that.
With-
As we're recording this.
Yeah.
with Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, with Kenny.
I was going to bring
Pickett.
that up.
Kenny Pickett's
Pickett's,
own. That's right.
Pickett went from one end of the state to the other.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's where he really wanted to be. He was drafted by the Steelers, but he wanted to be in Philadelphia.
Grew up an Eagles fan, so
Yeah, and then he ended up.
Well, all he has to do is hand off to ex-Penn State or Saquon Barkley.
Yeah,
He doesn't have to do fucking much.
He had a couple good games. He had a couple good throws today.
Some pretty good passes. He had some pretty tight, thread the needle passes today.
He did.
Which he did.
Well, as we're recording this, Penn State hasn't played yet, but when it gets released, I'm hoping they are in the semifinals and they beat Boise State.
Is it Boise State that they play next?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bullshit. Hey, I saw did Syracuse win the other night?
They did.
Did they win?
Yeah, they crushed them 52 to something. Notre Dame and Pitt. We're gonna have a party.
Notre Dame and Pitt.
Pitt's not in the
They're
fucking
not Pitt.
playoffs.
Not Pitt.
Pitt's
Notre Dame's playing Georgia, I think.
Yeah, we are.
So, I don't know. What's your thoughts? Do you watch college football?
Casually, if it's on, but I don't watch it enough to really have like a team or anything like that.
What do you think of the playoffs, though?
It's definitely better than what the old way was. It's definitely more like it's interesting. It definitely draws you in.
I think I like the idea of the 12 team. I think
Yeah.
it's way too many. My opinion.
Okay.
8 would have been suffice. Let the top 2 teams get a bye, then go with the other 6.
They were trying to model it after hockey.
What? 32 teams make it in out of 34?
Yeah, something like that.
I heard they're going to up the basketball, the March Madness, too. They want to take it from, 64 teams to 80-some? It's like, Christ,
86.
everybody makes it. Why even play?
Yeah.
Just do the playoffs.
Yep.
But I think it has made it interesting because now you have that. But you're still going to have, no matter who, no matter how many teams are in it, you're still going to have that, we should have been in it. Not look,
There's no escaping that.
there's no escaping that. I'm a Penn State fan. Blue, I bleed blue and white. It's the only sports besides the Yankees that I watch, and I'm pretty animate when I watch Penn State. Whether they're winning or not, I'm animate to the point where it's obnoxious.
Yeah, we've heard.
You probably have, and I know you have.
I've heard in my house,
And I'm in my house yelling.
and he's in his house.
What did he say? We suck?
Yeah,
I thought he said we are, but I thought he said we suck.
he doesn't like it when I remind him that they stole that off of Marshall.
They did steal it all. I never denied that.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
I never denied that.
I'm sorry.
But I'm not. It's not fucking Marshall anymore. It's we are Penn
Marshall.
State.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Pitt Panther.
All right, let's go.
When I'm not going to get into it. No, I'm going to stop.
Play some music over there.
Yeah, I guess. What do you got for us, Kevin?
I'll play another one. I'll play one of my favorites, a 90s tune. It's called Hey Jealousy. Tell me, do you think it'd be alright if I could just crash here tonight? You can see I'm in no shape for driving. Anyway, I've got no place to go, and you know it might not be that bad. You were the best I ever had. I undone the whole thing years ago. I might not be alone. Tomorrow we could drive around this town. Let the cops chase us around. Past is gone, but something might be found to take its place. Hey, jealousy. Hey, jealousy. Hey, jealousy. Hey, jealousy.
Right.
Good.
Did you say, hey, Hennessy? I don't have a bottle of Hennessy, though. That's the problem.
I had to throw Go Birds in there. I'm equally passionate about the Eagles. Like you're in Penn State.
There you go.
The Eagles are like that's my squad. You know, they just like that's it's my
What about
passion.
the Phillies? I'm a
Phillies.
baseball guy.
For sure. I like the Phillies too. It's like the Phillies have been they've been really good the last couple years, but I feel like
They choked it this year.
They did. I
Same
feel
with
like
the
a
Yankees.
decline's
They choked on the short one.
you guys were so close though. The Yankees were.
I think what happened with the Yankees and why Soto didn't sign is because of what happened in the playoffs. That's exactly why he didn't re-sign with the Yankees. If they would have went farther, I think he would have re-signed. But not for 15 years. The Yankees were never going to give him 15 years.
Yeah, I still can't. I mean, they still can't believe the Mets gave him all that money, but here we are.
We were just joking about that. They're still they're this is the year 2040. They're still playing Bobby Bonilla and Juan Soto.
Got electric carts and
I got it, Sonny.
Oh man, so you're an Eagles fan. These
Yep.
guys are Steeler fans, somewhat.
Okay.
I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, Steeler fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always was a Steeler fan.
Because you played in the band at Pitt,
I played at Pitt.
It's awesome.
and you
Yeah.
shared the field with Mark Harmon.
At Pitt, yeah, I shared the field with Mark Harmon.
Okay.
He's gone through all my jokes. Mark Harmon played for UCLA at the same time I was at Pitt.
Okay.
So Mark Harmon came on and played the quarterback at Pitt Stadium while I marched on the field for the halftime show. So we shared the field.
Yeah.
next to next.
Hey. Hey. That's awesome. I mean, my wife went to Pitt. My brother-in-law went to Pitt. Pitt's a great
Super.
university. Yeah. Yep.
Super.
Oh Christ, Kevin, you just blew up Dave's head. Now, I mean, oh my God.
I didn't blow my head up. I knew Pitt was a great school.
I'm not saying it wasn't a great school.
I did. Whenever I signed up, and they said, "Where do you want to go to school?" And Pitt came back and said, "Here's a scholarship.
That's where I'm going."
Where you going? I mean,
Yeah.
Exactly right.
here is a scholarship to go to Pitt.
I would have done the same damn thing.
Let me think about this. I got to go pay to here. Or I'm going to free here.
Yeah.
That's a fucking no-brainer. So, did you go to school?
I did. Yeah, I went to Millersville. That was my college. So
Millersville. It's a good
Yeah.
school.
Cool.
yeah, for sure. Definitely local. I stayed with my parents, so my student loans were pretty minimal. I was able to pay them off pretty fast. So that was a budget move.
I didn't.
That's the most important.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's the problem. I mean, it is so expensive to go to any college. None of my kids went. I don't think they were smart enough. But I said, I can't. It's going to be on you. You're going to have to find it your own way. I will help with what I can do, with whether it's meal or book packages or whatever. But you got to do your own.
Yeah.
Figure out it. Get grants. There's loans. Find a way to get it done if you want to go. But they don't want to go. And I don't care where you go. I didn't go to school, but I still love Penn State. So I have no alma mater other than my local high school. And I know Dover athletics suck right now. They used to be prominent when I went to school back in the 1880s and 70s. We used to have a very good football and wrestling program, but I think that is all going downhill. I don't watch either one. I don't go to the school. Music-wise, what do you enjoy the best?
I mean, you mean like in terms of artists or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say like my favorite artist is U2. They're my favorite artists of all time.
Me
Beatles.
too. Me too.
What's that?
Me too. Oh,
you as well?
Oh, I thought you were saying me too.
Oh, you too.
I thought you were talking about your favorite artist was me.
I will
Yeah, me,
say
yeah.
they're not one of my favorite bands, but I appreciate their artistic ability. They
Yeah.
are phenomenal.
They are.
Yeah.
They're really good. I don't know if you guys saw what they did in Vegas recently. The last couple
With that when they opened up that new globe.
at the Sphere. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was incredible.
That
Like,
was I would have loved to been at that concert, even though I'm not a big U2 fan, just to see what
the
they
visuals
did.
were incredible. Oh yeah, it was awesome. Like that, I love the Beatles. They're one of my favorites. My son's name is Jude. We named it Jude. We named her Jude after a Beatles song. So
After a Beatles
Hey
song.
Jude.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
yeah,
Yeah. Hey
Yep.
Jude.
Yep. So
Jude.
those types, that style, like Tom Petty, Dave Matthews Band, like that type of stuff.
You're speaking my wife's language, man.
Yeah.
She loves Dave Matthews. She
Matthews.
loves Tom Petty.
Yeah.
You know, I guess there's a new movie out about Dylan, Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
I got no interest to see it because I'm not
a
a
complete
Dylan
unknown.
fan.
That's what they called it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, it is a complete unknown because I don't know much about Bob Dylan. I don't think a lot of people know much about Bob Dylan.
yeah. I wasn't a big Dylan.
I'm not
fan.
either.
Whenever my taste went other than Dylan, but he was okay.
He's nasally. He has that nasal sound.
Yeah. Yeah, I never was a big Bob Dylan fan either, and
Yeah.
honestly, I've never learned any of his songs. I probably should, but it's just one of those like same thing. It just never
Yeah.
gripped me for whatever reason.
He should have been told that that a deep message did not have to be in every song.
Yeah.
that was where Dylan was.
Yeah.
Tell that to you too. A lot of their stuff
Yeah.
was back in when I grew up, when U2 was becoming popular, was about what was going on in Ireland with the IRA. That a lot of it had a lot of political
Yes.
messages in their tone.
Yeah, Sunday Bloody Sunday was a big political tune. Like there's a lot of other
Yeah.
ones that they've gone through and done for sure.
Now, when you want to learn a new song, how long does it actually take you to learn that song?
Depends. There's I could probably if there's like a handful of songs that I could learn in like maybe 15-20 minutes because I already kind of know them. It's just looking up the chords and then I've already got the structure in my head because I know the song. So it's just a matter of what are the chords for it and then what are the lyrics and then that's real quick. Like I could maybe have it down in like a 30-minute nonstop practice session. But there's other songs where, someone will say, "Hey, you should do this song," and I hear it for the first time. And I'm like, okay, you know what? That one's pretty popular. I'll learn it. That's going to take more time because I just don't know it,
When you're at an event, do people come up and request something from you?
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah.
If it's something you don't know, how do you politely tell them, I don't know it?
I'm just candid with them. I say, unfortunately, I don't know that one.
Do you ever wing one? Do you ever wing it?
One time I winged an RAM song that I kind of knew. And I honestly just shot from the hip and it worked out. And I knew it was one of those where it's like, I know it in my head. I know the song. I know how it goes. And I looked up the chords on my pad. I was like, all right, let's just, the guy put $20 down and said, try it. And I'm like, for $20, I'm going to try it.
All right.
Yeah.
And when I was done, he gave me a thumbs up. He's like, all right, I passed. So
Nice.
It wasn't at a wedding, and the guy had a suit on, and he had asked. He came
Mafia?
up with a big wad of money. That was one of the funnier parts of that movie.
really did. That never. It was some guy just put like $20 in my guitar case and said, do Man on the Moon. And I was like,
Wing it.
And I just kind of I kind of went for it. Like
That's kind of cool, though.
It kind of worked out.
And
yeah.
that's what I admire about a musician. Whether you know the song or not, like you said, you have it in your head. You know the progression of it,
right.
but most of the time you just can pick it up and play something that is going to sound similar.
Similar.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. Now, do you have the ear for music, or can you actually read and write the music as well?
I've got the ear, pretty good ear. Like I said, I was able to do that. But read and write, I can do it. It just takes more time. It's like I have to sit there and really think about what I'm doing.
I know, like you had mentioned about the Beatles. A lot of people, a lot of musicians can't read music.
Oh, true.
They
A lot
have
of
the
great
ear
ones.
for it,
Right.
but they can't read it if it's on a sheet music. I can read it.
Mhm.
It's been a long time. I'd have to readjust my
Yeah.
thinking of what I'm looking at, but I could read the music, the notes.
Yeah. Look at Ray Charles. He couldn't read any music.
Well, I couldn't fucking see it.
That's a compliment, Ray. I'm sorry.
It was a compliment, dude, because he
was. Yeah, he's
God rest his soul, he was phenomenal.
He's
Yes, he was.
phenomenal.
We all know who
Stevie
Ray Charles
Wonder,
is.
man.
Yeah.
Let's drink.
Yeah, we do got some more beer in front of us. All right, so this one we're going to drink. This one's from one of my favorite breweries when I go down to Lithicum in Maryland, which is near the Baltimore airport. It is from Heavy Seas. It is called Glacial Drift. This is a winter spiced ale. So cheers to winter spiced ale.
Cheers.
Glacier Drift.
Cheers.
Definitely has some spice notes in the aroma.
Smells good. Has a little bit of a minty smell to it.
Different.
I'm trying to get the flavors out of it. I think I'm getting a little cinnamon with some cranberry note in it.
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
I don't know the spices like cumin or something what they would use in some of that, but it's actually very good. I've had this before.
Yeah.
Every time I go down there for training for my industry, I'm either going to Heavy Seas or I'm going to the Guinness Open Gate. And I'm usually coming back with a case of beer of variety.
Oh, speaking of that, I got a gift certificate to
Dude,
Trogs.
I'm not good at gift certificates. It might be 2 years before I remember I have.
To Trogs. I've never been there, so I got to.
Oh, we got to go to Trogs.
Yeah.
We got to go Trogs.
I'd love to get John and Chris Trogner on the show.
Right.
Did you hear that? We're trying to get you on the show.
We have people that know them that are supposed to try and help us do that, like
got a
rehab.
This has got a different taste.
It
to
does
I
have a
can't figure it out.
it's good, but I can't place the actual spices. I get a little cinnamon. What do you guys get?
Yeah, cinnamon. That's all I'm getting.
It's
But I
heavier.
got some like
Yeah.
a spice fruit in it.
Yeah.
A spice fruit out of it, but I can't place it. It's good.
Prunes. I'm sorry.
Oh man, I'll shit myself. I like prunes though. You don't. I'm taking you don't like prunes.
No, I'm fine with it.
Oh, I like prunes. It's good though. What do you think, Kevin?
I like it. It's heavier than I expected it to be, but that's not a knock. Like it's good. It's got like a I definitely some sort of like
There is
maybe dark cherry. Maybe
It might be cherries in it.
Yeah.
You know
Because
what?
it is a winter
Something.
ale.
Yeah.
And cherries, even though I'm not a huge fan, and actually their other one that I brought down here was their Red Eclipse, which is a stout with wild cherries.
Okay.
It smells. It's like a black cherry.
Yeah.
Is what it is. It's like
Are
a
you
black
being
cherry.
racist right now?
No.
So it had to be black cherry.
Yeah, had to be black. They're the best.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not a big cherry fan.
I don't know. This is not one of my favorites. I can't get it.
It's good. I mean, I
It's-
like it.
it's okay,
I'm not
yeah,
going to
but-
say one's enough for me.
Yeah.
One's
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. One, and I think I'd be done for the day because it's a heavy. It's pretty heavy.
It's cinnamon, and then I lose it.
You know what? It
That's-
is cherries. That
that's-
last swig, I just got that back end cherry.
Okay.
So I think a little bit of cinnamon with a back end of some of black or
Some
wild
black
cherries.
cherries.
Yeah.
Black cherries. Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. It's not one of my favorites.
Wasn't there a band called Black Cherry?
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
There was.
Oh,
yeah. I remember. You know.
Dude, if it would help if I read the fucking label.
Yeah, I didn't want to say nothing.
A cold weather limited release brewed for comfort. Glacial Drift is a rich brown ale brewed with ginger, molasses, and winter spices. 8%
Molasses.
alcohol.
I was waiting for
8%.
you guys to
Ooh.
say ginger.
Ginger.
I didn't get the ginger. I don't know what really, but yeah. It's good though. I mean, one's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not so much like you'd want to sit and drink it all night. You know.
No.
No. So
It's a good
when
beer,
you
though.
go into a craft brew house,
Mhm.
I'm assuming you're going for the IPAs.
Correct.
What is your wild side? Do you venture and try a flight? And if you get a flight, what's on the flight?
Flight. Definitely do an ale. I'll do like a standard. Like I'll try and find whatever their flagship is, and I'll go with that. I'll do a standard ale. I'll do the IPA for sure. A Hefeweizen if they have it. I'll venture into a stout if they have one that's not crazy heavy. And I'll give it a shot. Something that's not clearly a dessert beer. Like I tend to steer away from those.
Like the pastry stouts.
Yeah, like those are like I can't do those because I'll be asleep by the time with those. Like, but
We found that out too with us.
yeah, like but that's I strength and variety because that's the point of a flight is
Exactly,
in my mind. Like,
exactly.
I won't get like 4 IPAs. Like I feel like you got to do a variety there, but I try to get a couple different things. Yeah.
When I go in and I order a flight, I try and get an expanse. Now, if it's a 3 or a 4 or 5 flight, I'll usually let the bartender, you select it. I let you pick the last beer. I don't care what it is. Just tell me when you put it in front of me so I can check it in. Because we all do the untap. We like to check our beers.
Sure.
But I like to expand my palate, and I want to see I want to try the variety of what they have. Now,
Yeah.
some of these places you go in, like Collusion, a friend of ours, Jared.
Yep.
You go into Collusion, there's 18 beers on tap. That's you're going to be walking out with a buzz trying to do a flight of 5
Yeah.
4 times.
Yeah.
But I like doing that, and I get the Expanse, and I try their flagship. And even though I'm not an IPA guy, I got to try at least one of their IPAs if it's not their flagship. But I try and get the Expanse, and I recommend that to anybody going in to a craft brew house, that they try a variety of stuff. Just
For sure.
now, you said the key word there. People think stouts are heavy, just because they're dark. It's
Yeah.
actually a light beer.
Yeah.
It's actually an ale. It's just the dark roasted notes. The malt bill has the dark roasted malt in it. It's actually a light beer. So when you think about that, now it gets heavy when you barrel age it. Then you start getting the higher ABVs and a little bit thicker body when it's
Yeah.
barrel aged, sitting in a barrel for 12 months. But
More flavor.
a lot more flavor.
Yeah.
But a lot of people think because it's dark, that it's so heavy. That's motor oil. It's actually not. It's actually a light beer.
Yeah.
I was going to say the Hershey Porter is a good one. I've had the Hershey Porter a couple times.
They're not making it hurt this year.
Oh, they're not making it
No.
this
No,
year?
no, I just looked that up. Yeah, you're right.
They're not making the Hershey's chocolate porter.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good one. Oh. Like that. So like that's a dark beer, but that one's not heavy at all to me. That one's like, or like a black and tan is not heavy
Well,
to me.
that's a half a stout or a porter and half a lager.
Right.
That's a black and tan.
right.
And if you get it poured correctly,
Yeah.
it's split. There's a distinct split when you're looking at that black and tan. So one's heavier than the other. So the stout's going to be on the bottom, and the lager will be on the top.
Yep.
But most of them are black and tan, already pre-mixed, so they look dark. But I enjoy black and tans.
Yeah.
I enjoy all the beers. I'm not a big Hefeweizen fan. Our neighbor Josh is a big Hefeweizen because he loves that banana clove flavor that you get out of the yeast that you're using for a Hefeweizen.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Our buddies at Back Porch have a peanut butter Hefeweizen. That's very
Ooh.
good.
That'd be interesting.
So you got to go to Back Porch. Got to
Yeah.
get their peanut butter Heffy.
Yeah.
That's one of their OGs, I believe it is.
Okay.
We still going to do his Josh's Hefeweizen? He proposed to do one, and
I told him if he wants to brew it, he
Yeah.
better have a place to put it.
oh yeah, well,
Because I don't want 5 gallons of Hefeweizen that has a lot of banana clove note to it that's sitting in my tap
yeah,
that I'm not going to drink.
so
Water the garden.
yeah,
Or though I could use it when I brew or when I do my prime rib.
Wash your tournament.
oh, yes,
I could do one for when I ever get that Keyser. When I call Mark to go get that Keyser,
yeah.
I can have 7 on tap. That's 7. That's a lot of brewing, though.
We have to move your vet.
The vet, I do got to get the vet out.
Yeah.
Kevin's eyes were when he walked through the garage. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, fuck! Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else when they
Yeah.
whoa.
That's a gorgeous car.
There's a
That
good,
is.
nice car.
Yes, it
It
is.
was my father's pride and joy. 72 Stingray 454.
Wow.
I
That's incredible.
I offered him $500, but he turned me down.
I know.
That was just for the ride, buddy. And that's a cheap ride. Actually, I am cheap. Never mind. You got something else to play for?
Sure.
I'll change subjects. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. What you got for us?
All right. I'll do another 90s tune. This is called All Star by Smashmouth.
Smashmouth.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
You ain't the sharpest tool.
Looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of it now on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fat two rules, hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking those back streets? You never know if you don't go. Never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on and go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid, and all that can let us is go. Only shooting stars break them all.
Awesome, awesome.
Very good.
Thank you.
I am an all-star, Dave. I thought you were looking at me for that.
Oh. Yeah, that's what
I did have my L in my
You put your L up.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, actually,
That's actually songs making it back because
Yeah,
they're playing it in some commercials.
I
actually
believe
the L
that,
was
yeah.
backwards.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. No, it was right. That's hard to do. Oh, does it go this way or does it go this way? It's kind of hard to tell.
So when you go to a gig,
Yeah.
do you come up with a preconceived, let's just say somebody books you at a private event.
Okay.
Do you consult with those who are booking you of what they want to hear? And
Private-
then you come up with a playlist.
Yeah, private for sure. I will book with them and say, what are you guys looking for? What vibe are you looking for? And then I'll try and cater the list to that.
Okay.
Bars, restaurants, I kind of have a set list of what I already
It's
do.
called a set list.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a playlist is whenever you have
I was a disc jockey. I didn't have a set list. I had a fucking playlist. And the playlist was whatever I decided I was playing.
Oh, whatever you decided what you were
And
playing.
until I got requests.
Yeah.
And then once the request, my only thing when I had was somebody come up and request it, I will play this, but my request is you need to dance to it because if you don't dance, I'm cutting the fucking thing off, and I'm going to the next song.
Yeah.
That was my thing. It didn't work out too well at the Legion because I was just a human jukebox at the Legion. Although some nights I had a good night at the Legion. I had people dancing.
Wheelchairs and canes?
No, actually, some nights there was good crowds, but there were some nights I was a human jukebox
Yeah.
because all they sat was at the bar doing their pull tabs and their lottery shit,
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
and come up and request a song. And some of the songs there's songs that you know that people request that you will not play. I had a couple that I would not play. Stairway to Heaven was fucking one of them. I would never play it.
I like that song.
I don't give a fuck. It's 15 minutes too long of my life that I would never get back.
Oh, you know what? There's probably like one or two. Off the top of my head, like 500 Miles by the Proclaimers. I've played that song in almost every band that I've ever been in. And that one, like,
I've walked 500 miles.
it's really popular, and I used to play it a bunch, and it just, like, I got to the point where I was just, like, so sick of it. So,
Yeah.
like, that one is one of those where, like, someone would have to lay $20 on me to play it.
20?
You know?
You're cheap.
Yeah. That's the minimum, you know. Other than that, it's like, oh no, I'm not doing that one. Like, you know, I have to be like figure something. Like I know it because I've been playing it for years. It's like tattooed in my brain, but it's like one of those that it's like I just enough. I cut
That's
it
one
from
of
my
those
own
songs
set
that
list a long
keeps
time ago.
it dies and then it recirculates.
Yep.
It comes
Yep.
back to the top because somebody finds it and replays it again, and then all of a sudden it's a hit again.
Yeah. Yep. And it, like, people like it. It gets people moving. It's a song you play towards the end when people have had a couple of drinks, and it's like it's perfect for that. But it's like for me, I was just like, I've played it in every band I've been in for every night, all the time. I've played it for years. I can't.
Are there certain songs, like as a DJ? Now, I wasn't a musician; I was a DJ. So if somebody would come up and request a song that's popular to get them to dance, I had other songs that I'm playing right behind it.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
So, for instance, if somebody come up and asked me for the twist, I had other songs that I'm putting in there, YMCA, and I forget my list. But it was an automatic. Like if somebody come up and request, or if I'm looking to get people on the dance floor, I'm throwing these songs in, and they play back to back to back because the beat kind of matches, and it depends on how you would mix it in. It keeps the people on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And then you hit another song you think it's going to get them on the dance floor, and all of a sudden they scatter, and the
Yeah.
dance floor is crickets. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that happens.
shit.
That happens everywhere. That happens even when you're live. You create your set list, because you're figuring what you're going to play in the beginning, the first set and the second set, and then the third set you figure, well, they have enough alcohol on it to handle this. But and then you calculated it wrong. You figured it out, and then you got to go back and
Yeah, exactly.
do one of these numbers. Okay.
Do you find yourself doing that at night? Like if you see it's dead and people have lost that energy, do you try and run through your head like, what can I play to bring them back?
Yeah, I've definitely called audibles, before on my set list where it's like I have it in a certain way and I can tell it's not working and I'm like, all right, I'm going to shift this and that, move it around, look around, see what the base is, what the clientele out there is. Like if I see an older crowd, I'll try and play some older stuff to try and hopefully if I see a younger crowd, I'll do the opposite. You talk about set lists and how they can go a certain way.
Yeah.
Telus 360, it was like boom, boom, boom. Everything was hitting. But then there's other nights where it's like everything's a whiff, and it's just like, ugh. All right. It's like at this point, there's no. I'm over for 6 at this point.
Kind of like an Amish. Swing and a mish.
Yeah. I'm 0 for 6. Let's just keep going at this point because that's
And as an artist, it sucks.
yeah.
It does suck. It hits you. Like, what?
Yeah.
Is it me, or is it just the crowd?
Yeah.
And it maybe kind of like a brewery. The brewer comes out with a recipe.
Yeah.
He's done his testing. It feels good, and then all of a sudden, it's either a hit or it's a miss.
Yep.
It makes it. I would assume it hits hard. It's like when I'm brewing my stuff at home, and we have guests here. I tell them, I want your honest opinion.
Yeah.
Give me your honest fucking opinion of that beer.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, everybody's liked what
Everybody
we've
likes it.
brewed. We've
good.
had one already on tap at Sign of the Horse. We're going to be doing some others over this winter with a couple other original recipes that are going to be on tap at other breweries. So
You don't want to mention them?
I can, but I don't want to yet because they're not on tap. They're not on tap.
They're
We
not
haven't
on
done
tap,
it yet.
and they'll go up and ask for it. Well, Brett said on this.
But what was cool about that Winter Brew Fest is it was my Scottish wee heavy recipe.
Right.
Okay.
We had Ryan and Matt here from Sign of the Horse.
Yep.
They liked this, but we already had somebody that wanted to brew this. And Matt's like, well, what else you got? And I said, I had a Scottish ale that I just did. He said, well, you've never done one. Do you mind? Gave him the recipe. We 3 went up and brewed it with him.
Yep. That was cool.
We released it at the Winter Brew Fest. So it was my Devils and Skirts Scottish Wee Heavy.
Okay.
And it was released that day at that brew festival.
Okay. Wow.
Which was cool as shit.
I bet.
And it was weird because I'd go to their place and could get it on their tap and check my recipe in at their place.
Wow.
Everybody's like, dude, you get any money? I don't give a fuck about the money. It's just that recognition and fun. It's like, oh, don't change the name and mention us as a collaborator. That's all I care about.
Right.
Why would I get money because it's my recipe? They got all the investment. They bought all the grains. They're putting it through their tap system. They have the money invested. I don't.
Right.
Just come up with the recipe.
That's such a great thing for you to have.
And they're going to do it again. They're going to put it on tap again this winter.
That's awesome. Good.
So if you ever go to Sign of the Horse Brewery
Uh-huh.
and you order the Devils and Skirts,
Devils and Skirts. Okay.
that's the CPP recipe.
Okay. Good to know. I'll try to remember that because it's one out in Redline that I occasionally go on to. Yeah.
And that is a great venue.
Mm-hmm.
The food is a lot better. I'm hoping by the time this comes out that the Hanover location is back open because they had a fire recently up there that kind of shut them down a little bit.
Yep.
They also have the one in York, which was Stony Run at one time. Now it is Sign of the Horse in York, East York. So
That was a perfect match, I think.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a nice venue. They haven't changed a lot of the menu. Yeah, I think they got going on. They got really going on. I'm hoping they don't have it expanded too quick, too fast. Because that's happened to several people that we've had on here. They've expanded their operations way too fast, and then the economy kills them. And I hate to see that with this industry because it's just a growing industry, and I'm hoping we haven't peaked. I'm hoping what we're doing hasn't peaked.
It might not peak, but it may change.
I think I think you're right. The landscape is always constantly changing.
I think it's
Well,
going to
look at the ABVs when we first came out. They were all high, you know.
We
stout-
love it high shit,
Yeah.
don't
Well,
we?
Right. But the stouts were like 12s and 14s, and now they're 6s and
That's
7s.
only because that's what we were fucking choosing. Dude, come on, man. I mean, that one was a Duclaw.
Yeah.
That's 24.2% that we were drinking.
Oh my.
That's a sipper.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You sip that for an hour.
Yes.
Well, that was a barley wine aged in barrels for 3 years, I think is what it was. And it
Oh,
came
wow.
out to 24.2%. Oh, it was so good, though.
I bet.
You can't find it anymore. They don't make it. Or at least maybe they're still waiting for
I-
that 3 years.
I'm waiting for an opportunity to open up my barrel aged that was aged in 4 separate barrels.
Oh, that's the one that
Yes,
I bought you.
yes, that's the one you bought me, and I'm waiting for that opportunity. 4 separate.
I still have
barrels.
mine up there. We
Yeah.
kicked Kevin's. We did it. We did kick yours. That's from Bourbon County.
Where you get this wee shit? You got a mouse in your pocket? I don't remember that.
Oh, that's right. We didn't invite him to the party, did we?
Well, he never answers his text. Anyways, yeah.
Hey, Kevin, is there any truth to the rumor that you're going to open for Taylor Swift next year?
I wish I could say that's true. Oh man, can you imagine?
Oh, can you imagine the publicity,
Oh,
the money?
man! If she would have me, I would gladly be on. I'd gladly do it.
Yeah, if she would have, well, you'd have to walk over, what's his name? Travis.
Travis.
Travis. Yeah, he'd tackle me. Although I tell him I'm a big fan of his brother, Jason. So
He's
that would
funny.
help.
Because
yes.
he was an Eagle. He was an
He
Eagle.
was an
That's
Eagles
right.
fan. He was
That's
the
right.
center, right?
Yep, he was the center for the Eagles. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now he's all.
Oh, I thought it was a cheerleader.
He is now. I'll tell you what, the Kelsey brothers.
Yeah,
they
they're
are
funny.
all over.
They're everywhere.
They are
Yeah.
everywhere.
And they have a podcast
They do.
that they have a podcast of their own.
New Heights, yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, and they have a cereal now, which I thought that was a step too far.
Funny as shit. They got Jason stuck in the freaking thing. He's in the one cereals commercial. He's stuck. He couldn't.
Yeah.
do the slide.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh my god! The other person is Snoop Dogg. He's everywhere.
He's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And back in the day,
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg was the outcast because he was the outlaw.
Yeah.
And now look at him.
He's like Ice-T.
Yeah. I mean, Ice-T's been playing a cop for 25 years.
That's true.
Yeah.
And his
He
song
sold-
that put him in
songs-
trouble was about cop killing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So go figure that.
Right. Yeah.
It,
Well, look at your lady. The one
Mariska or
No,
Queen
no.
Latifah.
Latifah, Queen Latifah.
God.
She was a gangster rapper.
I know, and I didn't like her then,
Yeah.
but I like her now.
Wow,
Look at
we
me
should.
now.
Wait a minute. All right, we should move on before we have to have this censored.
Beep. All right. Where can they find Kevin Raubenstine?
They can find me on Facebook as well as YouTube. Kevin Raubenstine Music. Both YouTube and Facebook have me on there.
And I do have it above us. Let me get it in camera. It's on YouTube and Facebook right there.
Yeah, move your pencil just a little bit to the left.
There you
Okay.
go. So check out them at
above
Kevin Raubenstine.
Yep, Kevin Raubenstine Music.
Right. See, I knew I was going to fuck it up.
No worries.
I think it's great what you're doing.
Thank you.
You just have to remember Cuckoo Kachoo, Kevin Raubenstein.
There it is.
Before we get out of here, and we got one more beer to talk about. What do you got to play for us, Kevin?
I'll do some Steve Miller Band.
Oh, Steve
There
Miller.
we go.
Yeah.
Now you're talking some music.
That's back in. Never mind. I'm not going there.
Is that your shroom days?
No. Didn't have any of those.
Some people call me the Space Cowboy. Some people call me the Gangster of Love. Some people call me Maurice. I speak in the gentleness of love. people talk about me, baby. Doing you wrong, doing you wrong, doing you wrong. Don't you worry, no, not now. 'Cause I'm right here, right here, right here, right home. 'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a liver, I'm a sinner. Play my music in the sun. Oh yeah. I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, I'm a midnight soaker. Done my loving on the run. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Great. Nice, very nice.
Right.
I almost chimed in there. I'm your midnight fucker.
I'm not going to date that song, but I listened to that song when I was in the dorm room.
Okay, it's a good one.
It's a good song.
Great song.
I mean, I love Steve Miller Band.
Oh yeah.
And how?
Yeah,
Good.
Steve Miller. Elton John was another one that we really listened to them a lot.
Not a big fan of his music, kind of like YouTube, but I really appreciate what Elton John is.
Yeah.
He's a fucking phenomenal artist.
Yes, he is.
Unreal.
Phenomenal piano.
Creative artist. Prince was another one.
Yes.
And I'm not a huge fan of all his music, Prince's, but he was a phenomenal creative artist.
Yes, he was.
Dearly missed. Actually,
Indeed.
You have to really, if you dig into what he has done, the bands he has started, the music he has yeah,
Morris Day
Morris Day and the Time. He started that band
from the movie Purple Rain.
and started that band, wrote their music, and actually their bass player actually got sick and was not able to perform, and he stood off stage and played the bass for
Wow.
that band through their concert. Well, they had a guy stand up there and look. They could have hired me to do that.
Wow.
Kevin, if they go to Kevin Raubenstine Music,
Yes.
they can book you. Do you have a booking site, or is it just through your Facebook and your YouTube?
Yep, through Facebook and YouTube, or email. All the information on Facebook. So if you're interested in booking me, send me a direct message on Facebook through the music page, or there's my emails on the band page as well. You can send me an email. Either one is fine. Send me a message, and I'd love to talk about it. It'd be great.
Awesome. Kevin, any last words?
No, I appreciate it. This is probably the most unique one we've had. I like
It has been unique.
This is perfect. I like
Appreciate
this.
it.
It's
Thank you,
different.
guys.
It's different.
It is. Good
We're used
beer,
to talking
good
to
music.
brewers and people that are in
Yeah.
the industry. This is outside of our realm, but it was fun.
I
This was a
think
lot of fun.
instead of a beer and meat menu, I think the music was perfect, spot on.
Yeah.
This is great.
As long as you were trying to shut me up because I was trying to do the radio sing-along stuff. The karaoke that I should shut the fuck up.
I thought you were going to grab your mic right off the stand there and just start jamming.
Start doing some crooning.
Yeah.
Dave, any last comments? Because this is right up. This was going to be right up your alley, and I knew it.
Yeah.
Because you were a musician. Kevin's a musician. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you guys are gonna. This is gonna be perfect.
Yeah, we had some similar, things to talk about.
For sure.
It's kind of playing in bands and the good times and the bad times and all those other stuff. But anyway, yeah, it was great talking, and especially the fact that I always thought it was odd that people would ask me, and it says you played in a marching band. And I said, yes, I did. And they said, well, how was it? Was your guitar amplified or something like? But you played trombone.
Yep.
So you understand that,
Yes.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you? Did you get a chance of playing a lot of halftime shows?
We didn't do we did obviously at the high school level we played the halftime at the football games, and we did band competitions too. So it was the unit that I was in. It was so much fun. It was a
band
great
competitions
unique
are great.
Yeah.
You were talking about the highlight of his day. The highlight of mine was the Notre Dame pit game, and when we went to Notre Dame, that was my highlight.
I bet that must have been cool.
That was a cool one.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna say something about Notre Dame? There you go. I knew it. I knew it.
No.
Go ahead. You know,
No.
we played Syracuse.
Well, I think Penn State and Notre Dame will be playing in next couple weeks.
Well, that's
Yeah.
if Notre Dame can get past Georgia.
Bullshit. Anyways,
Kevin, any last comments you want to bring up? How they can find you? Please call you. Fucking book me.
Yeah, book me. Open to music. Want to play? So, find me on Facebook or YouTube, and let's talk. It'd be a great time. I'll put in a great performance for you. Absolutely.
I have no doubt. I look forward to hearing if maybe we'll see you at the Winter Brew Fest if they have it again this year or down the road. We've had a great time.
absolutely.
This is like
Thank you,
Kevin
guys.
said. This was unique for us because we're used to talking about the products in the beer.
Mhm.
This was a whole unique idea. We got to be able to listen to what you're playing and your presentation of what you're doing with the music. I think it's awesome what you've done. You're taking cover stuff, you're kind of tweaking it a little bit, kind of like a brewer does with the beer styles, and making it your own and doing a phenomenal job at it. So we got one more beer we're going to cheers out with.
So for your closing, this is a Bourbon County.
Yeah.
It's a dry. It smells just like it. It tastes just like it smells. I think it's the one to your left.
Okay.
This is from 2021.
Yeah.
This is their Cherry Wood Stout, Bourbon County.
So for your closing, it's got to be a dry
Okay.
song.
Oh, okay.
A deep.
So we're gonna cheers out, and we're gonna let Kevin play a song as we cheers out. So if you're out there, let's raise a glass with Kevin Raubenstine music, the CPP, Kevin, Dave, and myself, Brett,
Thank you, guys.
and let's all be bonded by beer.
Cheers.
Cheers. So we're gonna listen to some music as we get out of here.
A lot of cherry. It's good.
It's good.
Looking around the house, hidden behind the window and the door, searching for signs of life, but nobody home. Maybe I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm just too frightened by the sound of it. Pieces of note fall down, but the letter said, "Wah, it was good living with you. It was good living with you. It was good being on this podcast. It was good, oh, good, good, good. The beers are so good."
Cheers, buddy. Thank you very
Cheers, guys.
much, man.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.